Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, sir, the Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Leader of Opposition, and Honourable Members of Parliament, fellow citizens. Misambula Vinak and Misambulare. Honourable Speaker, sir, I rise today to support the 2026-2027 national budget. I wish to express my gratitude to the Honourable Prime Minister for his steady leadership and to the Minister for Finance for crafting a budget that is both fiscally responsible and socially compassionate. Honourable Speaker, I want to remind our farmers that this budget is not just a document of numbers, it is a promise that your sweat and sacrifice are the foundation upon which we are building a new, resilient Fiji. Honourable Speaker, this government views agriculture, waterways and sugar as an engine of economic sustainability. For the first time in over a decade, the non-sugar agriculture sector has received its highest ever allocation of $124.7 million. This is an increase of 8.2%, and the Ministry's total allocation of $221.1 million is designed to fight food insecurity, reduce food imports, mitigate the impact of global economic, social, and climate change, and drive commercial revolution in rural communities. Honourable Speaker, sir, when this government invested $115 million into the non-agriculture sugar sector in 2025-2026 financial year, we did so with confidence that agriculture would deliver returns for our economy, our communities, and our future. Today, I am pleased to report to the people of Fiji that investment have had significant impacts. The Ministry distributed 1.6 million planting material to crop extension programs and 500,000 more through our research programs. In our livestock sector, the Ministry assisted 950 livestock farmers with 2,500 improved breeding stock of sheep, goats, pigs, and poultry. Honourable Speaker, sir, infrastructure is the lifeline of the farmers. Through this year's budget, the Ministry upgraded 61.5 kilometers of farm road. To a farmer in the interior and the maritime islands, that road is the difference between a crop rotting in the field and a crop sold in the market. It is the difference between poverty and a paycheck. The Ministry completed 149 drainage and irrigation projects and protected 14 entire communities from encroaching tides and rising rivers through coastal and flood protection intervention. In 2025, Fiji recorded a historic $187.2 million in fresh and frozen food and livestock export. This represents a remarkable 17.5% increase compared to 2024. This is the highest value of fresh and frozen agriculture export achieved in the past decade. Honourable Speaker, sir, the Ministry has set a bold visionary and achievable target. By 2020, Fiji will achieve $1 billion in fresh and frozen non-agriculture exports. And to prove this, we are not merely spending money, we are planting seeds that yield massive harvest for the Fijian economy. The Angora program, supported by $2 million, is now generating $79.1 million in export earnings. The Ndalo program, supported by only $1 million, is generating $38.9 million in export earnings. The Spice program, Turmeric, supported by a modest $300,000, is generating a staggering $32.1 million in export earnings. The Ginger program, supported by $900,000, is generating $6.5 million in export earnings. These figures demonstrate that agriculture is creating opportunities for rural communities, women, youth, and the next generation of agripreneurs. The agriculture sector has reached approximately $1.5 billion in real GDP value, contributing 12.8% to Fiji's real GDP in 2024. I congratulate the farmers, processors, exporters, staff, intergovernmental agencies, and all those involved in the agriculture sector for these achievements. Mr. Speaker, sir, the government's investment of $221 million in agriculture, waterways and sugar industry will be directed towards 5 key priority areas aligned to our strategic development plan, the non-sugar agriculture sector policy, gender and youth in agriculture policy, and the national organic policy. Our vision is clear: building a resilient, productive, inclusive, and a commercially driven agriculture sector. This 2026-2027 5 strategic priorities are: first, improve food and nutrition security for all of Fijians, ensuring that every household has access to safe, nutritious, and affordable food. Second, improve livelihood for farmers' household by increasing farmers' income, creating employment opportunities, and empowering women, youth, and rural communities. Third, improving the adoption of sustainable resource management and climate-smart agriculture to strengthen resilience against climate change, natural disasters, and external shocks, including the current fuel crisis. Fourth, increase commercial agriculture through enhanced production, mechanization, market access, value addition, agro-processing, and export development. And fifth, improving ministry's performance and service delivery through modernizing agriculture institutions, strengthening extension services, advancing digital agriculture, and ensuring that government services reaches out to every farming communities across Fiji. Because of the allocation under each priorities are designed to deliver measurable outcome. Priority 1, Honorable Speaker, with a total of allocation of $1 million, efforts to reduce import dependence will be strengthened through investment in food security initiatives. And of this, $0.9 million is allocated for home gardening, backyard poultry farming, and school gardening programs to boost local food production, while the remaining $0.1 million will support the food security multi-sector program to enhance policy coordination, food and nutrition planning, stakeholder collaboration, and monitoring of the national food security outcome under the Horizon 2030 Fiji Food System Pathway. The 2026-2027 budget allocates $2 million to strengthen biosecurity and termite control efforts, reinforcing Fiji's commitment to protecting its agricultural environment, biodiversity, and infrastructure from invasive pests. And priority 2, Honorable Speaker, the 2026-27 budget allocates $8.24 million for human resource development in our rural Fiji. The Ministry is proud to continue its support for the Tutu Training Center and the Novuso Agriculture Technical Institute. We're also expanding the Youth in Agriculture Entrepreneurship Acceleration Program with the Women in Agriculture Program. Honorable Speaker, I am pleased to announce that there is an increase in fertilizer and weedicide subsidy program from $1 million to $3 million in the non-sugar sector to lower the cost of production for angona, galo, ginger, rice, cassava, and turmeric. The Ministry will continue to provide targeted extension program for the goat, sheep, piggery, and poultry extension program. The Ministry will work closely with with the Ministry of Women, Children and Social Protection to modernize existing women resource centers and transform them into community-based productive hubs. For priority 3, sustainable resource management and climate smart agriculture, $31.6 million is allocated towards improving sustainable resource management and climate smart agriculture. And climate change is no longer a distant threat. It is the defining challenge of our generation. And for Fiji's agriculture sector, resilience is the fundamental requirement for survival and growth. This is a deliberate investment in the future where our farmers do not just survive the storm, but thrive despite it. The Ministry is allocating $10 million to equip Fijian farmers with the knowledge and technologies for the future. Our Speaker said the Ministry is directing $21.1 million, the largest portion of this priority, towards land and water management. We are fortifying our landscape, and this funding will drive watershed management, coastal protection, and critical drainage work to seal our communities from increasing frequency of floods and droughts. However, we are scaling up our animal waste management program to $500,000, which is allocated to an initiative that turns waste into biogas, reducing our reliance on imported fuel and lowering the carbon footprint of our livestock sector. Priority 4, sir, commercial agriculture is where we create jobs, encourage import substitution, increase our export, and earn foreign exchange our nation needs. This year's budget allocates $39.2 million to support the commercial production of priority commodities such as ndalo angona, ginger, cocoa, coffee, coconut, dairy, rice, spices, pineapple, cassava, fruit, and vegetable. This investment will be supported through a comprehensive package of investments in the intention, commodity development, commercial livestock programs, livestock breeding and genetic improvement, agricultural research and technology development, mechanization, farming infrastructure, land clearing, and preparation services. For the sugar sector, Honourable Speaker said the government remains committed to supporting our sugar industry during its ongoing structural transition and diversification. The sugar industry allocation records a modest reduction of 3.8% from $100.2 million in 2026 to $96.3 million in 2026-37, reflecting a strategic realignment of resource rather than a withdrawal of support. While allocation for fertilizer subsidy and cane access route have been slightly reduced, the government has increased the funding for Sugar Stabilization Fund by 10.1%, from $87.8 million to $41.6 million to strengthen cane payment support and stabilize farmers' income during this period. This demonstrates our commitment to ensuring that sugarcane growers continue to adapt to changing economic and production realities. But Speaker said the reduction in the sugar fertilizer subsidy should also be viewed within the broader context of the government support to the agriculture sector as a whole. The funding has not been removed from the agriculture, rather it has been reallocated to support diversification and resilience amongst farming households. Farmers who choose to diversify from sugarcane into other agricultural commodities will continue to benefit from fertilizer assistance provided under the non-sugar agriculture program. They will also have access to commodity development initiatives, mechanization support, extension services, training programs, and market development opportunities available across the wider agriculture sector. Honourable Speaker, farm access roads funding across the sector is approximately $6 million, benefiting both sugar and non-sugar farming communities, and is aimed to reducing transportation costs, providing farm connectivity, and facilitating access to market. This adjustment within the sugar budget represents a strategic redistribution of resources within the ministry to promote resilient, strengthen farmers' income, and create new growth opportunities through a more diversified and sustainable agriculture sector. Honourable Speaker, sir, the 2026-27 budget allocates approximately $2.2 million towards agricultural research program directed supporting commercial agriculture. And this investment includes research of horticulture crops, fruit crops, tree crops, fruit trees, rice, and garden seed planting material development and protected agriculture system. 2026-27 budget also allocates $10.6 million to livestock program that will support dairy development, commercial agriculture development, livestock breeding, health system, feed technology, disease control, and processing infrastructure. The dairy development program will increase from $2.9 million to $4 million, reflects the government's commitment to strengthening domestic milk production and reducing import dependence. The budget also doubles funding for commercial livestock development program from $300,000 to $600,000. The ministry will continue to invest in livestock feed technology, disease eradication, and upgrading the abattoir for food safety standards, processing capacity, and market readiness. Honourable Speaker, $31.2 million is budgeted for farm access roads, commercial agriculture development program, commercial farm equity packages, mechanization support, and sugar industry farm infrastructure programs. The increase of farm access road funding to $4 million demonstrates the government's commitment to reducing transportation costs and improving market connectivity. For Priority 5, Honourable Speaker, sir, the budget provides strategic allocation of $15.6 million under Priority 5, and this investment targets strengthening institutional performance, modernizing service delivery system, and ability to support farmers across Fiji. The ministry provides dedicated funding for the upgrading and enhancement of agriculture office, research stations, staff quarters, veterinary clinic, and specialized laboratories. The budget provides $715,000 for procurement of quad bikes, fiberglass boats, and outboard engines. This ensures that our offices reach farmers in the most difficult to access locations. Honourable Speaker, $15.6 million allocated. The allocation is a commitment to excellence, and we are building a ministry that is not just a provider of service, but a partner in prosperity to lead Fiji in agriculture into the digital age. Honourable Speaker, this budget is a declaration of intent. It is a promise to farmers that their hard work will be rewarded with returns to their investment. It is a promise to the young graduates that agriculture is a high-tech, high-return career path. It is a promise to every Fijian family that their food security is our highest priority. We are building a Fiji that is self-reliant, a Fiji that does not just participate in the global economy, but leads it in the sector where we have a natural God-given advantage. Our destination is $1 billion in 2030. Our path is innovation. Our strength is our people. Honourable Speaker, I wish to sincerely acknowledge the unwavering commitment, dedication, and hard work of our staff serving across the ministry geographical stations throughout Fiji. Your professionalism, resilience, and tireless effort in delivering essential services have greatly contributed to the ministry's achievement in the 2025-2026 financial year, reflecting your collective commitment to serving the people of Fiji with excellence and integrity. As we enter the 2026-2027 financial year, I encourage you to continue building on this strong foundation and maintaining the highest standard of public service. We must embrace the the integration of the sugar industry into the Ministry of Agriculture and Waterways and Sugar Industry by working together with unity, innovation, and accountability and commitment to deliver improved services and sustainable outcome for our farmers, stakeholders, and all Fijians. Well, speakers, I commend and support the 2026-2027 budget. Thank you very much.